Okay, what's going on YouTube? Today we're going to go over how to beat Raikou raid in Pokemon Go. Raikou is coming back in a few days. And Raikou hasn't been in raids in like almost 2 years. The one time they brought it back was for the Johto Tour, but it was only for one day. So let's go over the counter. So Raikou is, I think, it's only weak to ground, only has one weakness. So if you have sunny weather, it's going to be pretty easy to take down. Obviously, best friend boost. Now, what are its moves? Raikou has what? 2 fast moves, Thunder Shock and Volt Switch, and it has about 4 charge moves. Wall Charge, Thunder, Thunderbolt, and Shadow Ball. So it's all electric except Shadow Ball will be kind of difficult slightly, just because it's not double resisted by the ground. So yeah, you're going to use all ground types. So we'll go over some of the best ones to use. We'll start with Primal Groudon. Now this thing is a pretty easy duo, especially if you get sunny weather. Now without sunny, let's see. Oh, sorry, I need to look up Groudon, not Primal. Yeah, it's still a pretty easy duo, even without sunny weather. Especially if you use, could you do it like level 20 Pokemon? Let's check. Let's see how low we can go. As long as you have best friend boost, no weather, could you do a level 20 Pokemon? It'll be tight. Maybe I'll try this one myself. I think you can get away with like level 30. Level 30 Pokemon should be able to do it, but I think if you have sunny weather, you could do it with level 20. But you gotta abuse the Primal Groudon. The Primal Boost is so good, so I always talk about it in the videos. With the Primal Boost, you just put the Primal at the end of your battle party. I'll show you guys here in a second. If I were to just try and duo this Raikou, so I would just put the Primal. I would just put the Primal in my battle party right here. I would probably use Shadow Garchomp if you have those, but those are rare. They're hard to find, so if you don't have those, I would go like Shadow Mamo, and then put the Primal. So this is for a duo, right? Put the Primal at the back, and that way the Primal is going to boost all the Shadow Mamos, and then towards the end, you put the Primal Groudon in there. And if you faint, then you could jump back in right away with the Primal. But we'll see. Like I said, I'll attempt the duo and see how low I can go with the levels and weather and all that stuff. So anyway, now let's go over real quick some of the. So obviously Primal Groudon is going to be the best Pokemon to use because the Primal Boost is better than the Mega Boost. I always talk about that. And let's look at, if you don't have energy for Primals, you can also use Mega Swampert with Mud Shot Earthquake. That's going to boost only while it's on the battle, unlike the Primal, where the Primal doesn't need to be in the battle. Is there any other Megas that we could use? I think that's it. I think those are the only 2 Megas we have for ground. Yeah. So obviously I show you guys Shadow Mamo. So let's look at some of the Shadow ground Pokemon we can use against Raikou. So obviously Shadow Mamo, Shadow Swampert. Is Shadow Swampert decent? Yeah, Shadow Swampert's okay, but Shadow Mamo is way better. You got Mud Slap, high horsepower on this. If you have a Shadow Garchomp, I don't have one. That thing does really well because it triple resists electric compared to like Shadow Mamo, who only double resists. You could also use Shadow Golurk. Do I have one? I think I finally evolved one, yeah. With Mud Slap, Earth Power. What's another one you could use? Another few of the Shadow ground types. I don't have a lot of these, but we'll go over them real quick. Shadow and Ground. Oh, this one, Ursaluna, if you have one. We had a community day for this. I think one of these is a community day move. I think it's high horsepower. I don't remember correctly. Yeah, this thing is decent. If you have one of these, you can use this. I happen to have one. Who's another Pokemon? Shadow Donphan, and I have the Fanfees and the Golems, but I've never evolved them. Or sorry, Geodudes. Now for those you want Mud Slap Earthquake on both of those. Is there anything else you could use for Shadows? You can use Shadow Mewtwo as well, just for neutral damage. That's how good Shadow Mewtwo is. It just hits so hard. Shadow Mewtwo with Confusion Star Strike. Same thing, but you can also use Mega Rayquaza if you have one, just neutral damage. It does better than like some of the ground types. Like, can you believe that Mega Rayquaza and Shadow Mewtwo both do? They're gonna do slight. Well, maybe not Shadow Mewtwo because Shadow Mewtwo has too many feints, but Mega Rayquaza is better than incarnate form Landorus, and I'll show you guys incarnate form Landorus. That's crazy. So yeah, this Mega Rayquaza will do better, and that doesn't include if you're boosting your partner's Pokemon. Alright, so I think that's it for the shadows, and then we'll just go over some of the other quick counters. Non-shadow Pokemon you could use. Escadrill is one of the good ones. Double resist, all the electric moves. So yeah, Mud Slap. Yeah, you want Mud Slap. Drill Run. Yeah, Mud Slap, Drill Run. You could also use regular Groudon if you don't want to use the Primal with Mud Shot, Precipice Blades. You could also use regular Mamoswine. Do I have a regular one? I have a regular one somewhere. Yeah, right here. Same thing, Mud Slap, High Horsepower, regular Guard. I guess we'll just go with all the ground types that I have. Regular Garchomp. We had Community Day for this one. We also had the December, so yeah, this thing's pretty common. A lot of people have this with Mud Shot, Earth Power. I showed you guys Incarnate from Lander, so you can use both Landos as well if you have these. Mud Shot, Earthquake, Mud Shot, Earth Power. And another budget Pokemon I guess you could kind of use is Rhyperior with Earthquake and Mud Slap. You could just you should probably double move it because you want an Earthquake on Rhyperior. Not Earthquake. You want Rock Wrecker. That's what you see. I have this one double moved here, and that's about it. Yeah, you could. Yeah, that's about it. You can also use some of these other megas just for neutral damage, but. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Raikou's coming back, like I said, in a few days. Shiny's going to be available. And Raikou is one of the top electrics. So, like, I've been waiting a long time. You can see I'm trying to max out this Raikou to level 50. So, yeah, I recommend you guys raid this thing. It's a good Pokemon. All right. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.